You would rather have an Adrian Peterson over Dan Thomason, bro? You sound insane to me, bro. Like, you keep them who can't catch. Keep them.
But Bama, this is the issue.
I don't think it matters.
That's what I got receivers for. That's what my daddy
It do matter. It do matter.
That's what my daddy even told me. If you gotta resort to throwing the ball consistently to your running backs, we need more receivers.
But like, what is that?
It's just mismatches.
What does that mean?
It's mismatches.
We have receivers for.
But Bama, the reason why Marshall Faulk got the ball out of the backfield in the greatest show on turf,
but because he had the receivers.
Mismatches. They had the receivers. They knew the mismatches they could create with them, and this is where I would just disagree with it. I knew you were describing Derrick Henry, so I'm glad you said his name before I asked you that specifically.
Yeah, no, thank you.
There are times when I'm not saying.
But Barry Sanders can catch though, so that's not you can't say Barry Sanders' name.
Hold on, but Bama, I'm talking about in the modern NFL because I think it's important to talk about it in the time capsule that we are in currently. You are right as far as talking about over the course of NFL history, but I think it's more relevant to talk about now, especially in the context of the value of the running back. But the quarterback play is important because that is a big part of the modern NFL. So if I'm running out there and I'm designing a scheme and I'm not saying that this is a massive detriment, but I have to take Derrick Henry off the field for certain third downs, that's a problem. That means that his value is limited as far as what he can bring for my offense. Now, he's an exceptional runner. He does those things, but there is a tell as far as defenses are concerned of saying, hey, he's out there. There are certain things that they're not going to do with him in the backfield. That is a piece of what you're talking about from a game plan week to week perspective that defenses will use against you. And again, that's not to say that means that he has lesser value or he's a bad player or anything like that. But it is relevant to mention when you're talking about the skill sets are concerned, because I think you got to have both, especially if you want to be in this standpoint of this modern NFL, because you're leaving things on the table if you don't weaponize the running back out of the back.
Here's my problem though, Bama.
Maybe if it wasn't effective of a rusher like what I'm trying to tell you, but when you got guys like Derrick Henry or Adrian Peterson, you rarely find yourself in them third and long situations to where they can't get the ball.
But there are times in which you do find yourself.
Here's my problem though. It's the same shit I've argued with.
But if we stacking it, you gonna find yourself in those situations. What you talking about a lot less with those guys. What I'm telling you about, because of
that is true. But eventually you're going to find yourself in those.
Here's my problem though.
Then when we roll around to the late hours of the game, don't nobody in the country want to tackle Adrian Peterson or Derrick Henry in the
if you have the lead at the late hours of the game.
Yes, if you don't have the lead.
Here's my problem.
No, if you do.
How many times we saw where the Titans did not have the lead earlier?
But Bama, this is the exact problem that the Titans ran into versus us in the AFC Championship game in 2019. Can I say this? Derrick Henry lost his effectiveness because they were coming from behind by the late stages of that game. That's a problem.
Here's my problem, and I've had the same argument with Trent. Some of y'all niggas just like to see numbers. Me and Trent, this is the biggest argument we've had. I'm like, would you rather have a Julio who would give you 1,800 yards in a season with 8 touchdowns, or a fucking Chris Carter who can give you 14, 15, and 17, 18 touchdowns, my nigga? The way you win games is touchdowns. So having a dual back like an LT, that's how you get 30 touchdowns in the season. Because I can give you 15 rushing and 15 receiving. You win games from touchdowns, bro. If a nigga got 2,000 yards, but they have a 9-8 record, who gives a fuck? There's not too many times where a guy gives you 20 plus touchdowns in a season at a running back position. Go look at history, and they have a losing record. When you can score touchdowns in different magnitudes, I can split you out in the goal line. I can either go goal line, straight dive, or I can split you out in the goal line. Being able to score in diverse ways at running back is what matters the most. Who gives a if you can have 2,000 yards rushing, and I got a who can have 1,800 yards rushing, but also 600 yards receiving?
That's not true. If you got a running back like Derrick Henry that's running through your face one type of way, bro, that strips the soul of the defense. What did Kirby Smart and Nick Saban say right before they let the hooligans out to go play football? Let's make they ass. You can say all you want to, but this is real ball talk right here. Let's make they ass quit. Let's make them quit.
Like how y'all quit versus Indiana. We know. How y'all quit versus Indiana. We know. We know you know. You know.
You want to be a funny guy though. How did Indiana make Alabama?
They dominated y'all in the
physical football. They played man on man. They played big on big, and we're gonna punch you in the mouth, and we're gonna see if you have an answer for it. We didn't do all that little pretty sedity shit. What you talking about? Oh, I'm gonna throw the ball over here. No, we're gonna run this shit slap down your throat. I got the fullback right here. He telling you running through this gap. He telling you we running through this gap in the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, collision! You didn't stop it, so now you're going back over there, coach. We got to do
But this
something
is
else.
the
We gotta call
NFL though,
another
Bama.
blitz.
So 9
It's the
times 10,
NFL, yes.
we
This
both
is a
big.
man's- This is the man's
You have to
game.
out-scheme each other.
What did Ray Lewis say? This is a man's game.
So,
Let's
Bama,
see if
what-
they gonna be able to play for 60 minutes of pure
Bama,
chaos.
what
with somebody
happens-
putting hands on them.
Bama, what happens when we're equally hold on, Bama? What happens when we're equally matched? What happens when we're equally matched, but I can out-scheme you? What happens when we're equally matched, but I can out-scheme you? I have to be smarter than you. When there's a close game, the coaching is what matters. So me having a running back who can split out wide and I can out-scheme you, that's how I beat you.
I don't care. It's not about scheme. It says something
How the fuck is it not about scheming and we're a close match?
Else when I can run a basic play, 45 lead, and still get yards.
That's
I'm
bullshit.
Still picking up first.
Do you know why? Do you know why the Chiefs beat the? Do you know why the Chiefs beat the 49ers in 2023? Do you know why the Chiefs beat the 49ers in 2023, dog? Because one coach outcoached the other one. Like coaching matters, and having different matchups and different schemes matters.
Everybody, hey man,
you want to play 65 fucking Jim Brown ball all the time. That's not how you play ball today, bro.
It ain't run the ball, but at the same time, I'm not.
Well, name me. How about this then? Name me a top 5 running back in the league today who can't catch the football.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry top 5 no more. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you guys.
He's not in my top 5.
You can sit there and try to be.
He can't be. He can't be. The niggas y'all be naming, he can't be top 5.
Okay, but early you're doing all of this. Derrick Henry's best seasons, he still gives you 16, 17 touchdowns.
He does. I think that's the thing for me that I would disagree on Bama from the standpoint is you absolutely have to try and dominate a team in the trenches, and that in running the ball to be able to do so with taking their soul is absolutely a big piece of it, especially being able to stay on schedule. Certainly an aspect of it. What my distinction is that you have to be a good catcher of the football out of the backfield. You have to get to the level of JT. You have to get to the level of James Cook, where I thought that he was a good catcher of the football last year.
Look at Kenneth Walker last year.
So that way it's not as easy for defenses to try and target you accordingly and say that your offense is too siloed when you're on the field as far as that perspective. That's the level that I think you have to get to from catching the ball in the backfield, because these guys can run the ball at an extremely high level and do the things like Bam was talking about of taking defensive souls over the course of a game. You just have to make sure that you have the versatile skill set in addition to that, so that way you're not giving any type of tells to the defense, in my opinion. That's the thing that I value about the running back. You don't have to be a Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. You don't necessarily have to be that level of mismatch, but you do have to have a dynamic ability to take advantage of space and catch the ball doing so that way it's not a tell for the defense, in my opinion.
But if you're a Derrick Henry D-Mac, the possibility of you dropping a screen is a fucking thing. You drop screens sometimes, my nigga. That's a thing.
I mean, to be fair, Derrick Henry has housed a lot of screens in his career. Like he actually has been one of the better.
And he'll drop some when they matter.
It's not necessarily like he can't catch the ball at the backfield. He can't catch it. It's not to the level, in my opinion, where it's clearing the bar of saying, hey, it's not as siloed for a defense to key in on, of saying that you're coming off the field when we're trying to pass the ball.
Bama, if you're at the 1 yard line, got to score a touchdown to win the game. You ran the ball 3 times. You were stuffed. First down, second down, third down. Fourth down.
He's running it.
Are you running it again?
He's running it a fourth down.
You
know who Bama is.
He's running it again.
And Bama, if Seattle had you as coach, they would have 3 Super Bowls.
But bullshit though. Real shit. I call a timeout right now. I bring everybody over to the huddle, bro. And this is where I motivate you. This is where I put the controller in your back for you to believe in yourself, to let you know I believe in you. Now I'm finna get my fucking center. I'm finna get my guard. I'm finna get my fullback, and I'm finna get my running back, and I'm really finna talk to them. I'm finna preach to them. I'm grabbing them in their helmet. Everything is on y'all right now. Everything we worked for back in June, back in July, the dog days of August. Right now, this is where we need y'all to do your job. Right here in this gap, the A gap. This is where it's finna go down right now. It ain't no secret. Everybody know what's going on. This is where I need y'all to put your big boy bootstraps on and get us to pay dirt. We need y'all right now. This is where we need
This is
y'all.
when you motivate them, Bama? You gonna motivate nigga to get 1 yard?
What is the sound effect?
This is what
Are you Al Pacino? What is this, any given Sunday? This is a movie?
This is what I said, bro.
We
Mike Tomlin, salute to Mike Tomlin, bro. we don't run from coaching around here. We run to coaching. So this is where we go coach these guys. This is where I let you know. This is why I pay y'all the bucks.
That extra speech gonna get them to get that 1 yard, huh?
And they go pick that shit up, bro. And right when we walk off this bitch, they go pull the Gatorade on me and they go be like, "Thank you, coach, for believing in me."
My nigga, this is not a movie. What you watch Rudy before you got here?
I done played this shit before, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. This not no movie, bro. This is real shit, bro. This is what goes on.
You can motivate a nigga all you want to. If I have a better D line, I bet you won't get through.
You'll be surprised.
If I got a fucking Aaron Donald and a Miles Garrett, I don't give a fuck what your pep talk you gave me. You lose.
The game is 90% mental.
Shout out Rudy, man.
If I could
you're gonna lose.
If I could trick you into thinking you can run through a brick wall for a split second, I'd have won, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
So you're gonna manipulate your players to run through a brick wall?
That's what coaching is.
He gonna pull up Michael Jordan. He gonna slap secret stuff on a water bottle and pass it around the locker room.
At the same time, coaching is like realizing when something doesn't work and like doing something else.
Yeah, do something else.
But Riddell, imagine this, Riddell. Imagine being able to run it 2 times on second and on 1 yard line, running on first down, run on second down, third down, then he gonna run it. We throwing that bitch out. Touchdown. Imagine that. Scheme. Outsmarting the defense.
If we lose in the game, that's different. Yeah, that's way different. But you just told me a situation where if we score a touchdown, we win. So obviously the run has still been working. They just stopped us on those 3 downs in that situation. So now this is where I go back to what I said. What got us here? If I'm the coach and the run game got us there, we die with the run game. If we don't get it, we live and die with it because that's who we was before we came up in here. Because if we wasn't a passing team and we go out there and throw the ball, bro, like for instance, when Andrews dropped the ball, they could have just gave it to Derrick Henry from the 2 right there because he was hot that game too. It leave a bad taste in your mouth because
I'll give you that with Seattle.
They running the ball. We got here a lot of Ravens. We got here running the ball, and then we lost doing something that didn't get us here. So I would rather lose doing something that got me there. Now, if we're not a running team early, of course I'm gonna pass the ball. I'm gonna do something else. But if we are a running team, I'm talking about a running team, chat. There's no way you can tell me on that 4th down. You don't run that's what got us here.
And if you are a running team, Bam, I'm gonna tell you what a wise man once told me. If you want to beat a man, you attack his weaknesses. If you want to break a man, you attack his strengths. So if you are a running team, but you can't run the fucking ball on me, I will demoralize you mentally.